Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going over a power station that was sent to me from Allpowers. This is the R600. If you guys follow the channel, you guys might know that I have a few other power stations. My first one that I bought was the EcoFlow River 2 Pro, then I got the R600, and then I also have a Delta 2 Max from EcoFlow. This is by far the smallest unit I've ever tested. This, even compared to my next smallest, is half the size. So the R600 is double this size. So even though this unit can't quite run the same things as my other power stations, this thing is still extremely versatile and has a lot of uses. It just depends on kind of what you're looking for in a power station. I'm definitely still going to get a lot of use out of this for any 1 to 2 day camping trips, and I'll go over kind of what I'll be using it for. We'll go over the specs, features, pricing, all of that. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment down below. Other than that, we'll be going over the specs, features, pricing, my personal thoughts on it. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below with your guys' thoughts or what power station you're thinking of going with and what your needs are for the power station. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I will also make sure to have this link down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested in this as well, because this is priced very well for what it can do. Let's get into this. So let's just quickly go over the solar panel that you can get with this, and I think they've done a really good job on it. It is kind of a fabric material. These are Velcro legs. There's one on each side. This is a bifolding solar panel. It's very light. You got Allpowers there. On the back side, you have this pouch. The other Velcro leg, you do have a carrying handle, and it is quite light. So that is very nice. Inside this pouch, you're going to have everything that you need in order to connect it to your power station. You're going to have a little booklet that's going to tell you how to connect them if you're going to be running multiples, and then just a little bit of other information on it. This is a 100-watt solar panel. I do believe it accepts up to 220 watts for this specific unit. You have your solar panel accessory cable here. This is if you're running different ends, they supply you with that. But for this unit, you're just going to need this one that you simply plug in. As you can see, the cables come out of the solar panel into this pocket, and then you connect your charging cable here to these two ends, and then it just plugs into the side of the unit. And I like that it's all built into this pocket. It keeps everything nice and neat. I won't be using these, so I'll probably take them out of there. But I really like how convenient that is and how it stays with the solar panel. Really nice. Now I'll just kind of show you the solar panel itself. So besides the solar panel, let's go ahead and get into the details, specs, and features of this R600. So here with the R600, you're going to get this little bag, and inside of it's going to be your AC charging cord. And depending, I don't believe it comes with the solar panel cables. That is only if you actually order it with the solar panel, or if you purchase the solar panel, you get the cords. But other than that, this is primarily what it comes with a little pouch and the booklet going over the information and specs and air codes and all of that. So very simple. And then you just got the unit. Now, getting into the unit, I did do a little bit of testing with my fridge that you guys saw, and then I did a recharge after that, and it ended up taking an hour and 21 minutes because it was set on standard charging, and I went into the Bluetooth app, ended up changing it to fast charge, and that's why it took an hour and 21 minutes. It will normally on standard charge take about 2 hours, I believe. And then there's also like the eco charge. I switched it to fast charge, and I charged it from 3 p.m. to 4:03, so just over an hour to charge this unit on fast. And I like that. That's very impressive. And that's what I'm looking for. So worst case scenario, if I don't have the solar panel and I'm out in my truck, I can still charge it from the truck on my inverter and have it charged up in an hour. So that is nice. As far as the test with the powered cooler, so here I'm just running a little test to see how long the R600 will run my portable powered cooler. And right now it's been running just shy of 3 hours. I have this set around 34 degrees. It'll fluctuate up and down, and I open this every hour or so and just let some of the cold air out in order to get the compressor to run a little bit more often to kind of simulate it being outdoor and being in use. Obviously this is a little bit more temperature controlled in here, so runtime will be affected by outdoor temperatures when you're using this. But my EcoFlow River 2 Pro will run it with 768 watt hour battery capacity, will run it for just shy of 3 days. The Delta 2 Max will run it just shy of 7 days. And we're gonna see how long the R600 will run it for. At 3 hours, we were looking at 92%, so not too bad at all. We will see just how long it'll run it for. Plus, even if it's a day, day and a half, you can still run a solar panel on it to keep everything topped up. Multiple different ways to keep this thing charged while using it out, whether you're camping or just, you know, out on a day trip doing stuff, using this to power different things like your phone, tablet, anything like that. So we will see how it performs. So it's been running for 15 hours now. The compressor is about to turn on. It's at 38 degrees. It'll turn on once it hits 40 degrees. And the R600 is at 69%. So we will just continue to monitor it and see how long it lasts. So it's been running for a little over 24 hours now. The compressor just kicked on because it hit 40. And we are at 47%. So running good. You can see here it fluctuates usually between 35 and 50 watts. So it's not very much to run this cooler, especially when it's not constantly running at that wattage, just when the compressor's on to cool this down. So you can definitely run it a long time. We're at 24 hours now and going strong. So don't mind the heat running in the background. It is finally dead. It is 11 o'clock at night the next day. So it ran for actually 29 hours. It died around 10 o'clock. So 29 hours on this 299 watt hour R600. And keep in mind, that's just strictly using the cooler on the unit, nothing else. And then it runs between 30 and 50 watts, you know, maybe once, twice an hour, depending on outside temperature, how many times you open the cooler, things like that. But you can also run it on the solar panel, or you can, you know, this thing charges to 100% in an hour. So very, very efficient. And I will say though, the last like 25% of this did seem to go quite a bit faster than the first 3/4 of the battery, which was quite weird. But now I'm going to recharge it and get a specific time on how long it takes to recharge this unit. So 29 hours, which is perfect for a one-day camping trip, and that's without solar panel or recharging it on my truck. So I think that'll be just fine, even if we're charging phones or flashlights out at campsite. Like it'll do for any 1 to 2 day trips. Anything over that, I'll probably step up to one of my bigger power stations. This is available in this gray and black, or you can get it in like this creamish beige color or off-white. The weight of this unit is awesome. That's one of the things I love about this, is it's just over 12 pounds. So very, very light and mobile, versatile. My other smallest unit is around 20 pounds. My other one's around 50 pounds. So this one is obviously the smallest of all of them, but it is nice to have something light and easy to carry. As far as the dimensions, it's going to be roughly 11 3/8 inches wide, 7 7/8 inches from front to back, and 7.5 inches tall. That's not including with the handle up. That's the other thing that I really like about this unit. Some of my other units have built-in handles or stationary handles like on the side or on the back. And I like that it's just like a perfect little cube. So it's easy to stack on or stack on top of something. Nice flat top, and the handle's recessed, but when you flip it up, it's in the center. So it makes carrying it very easy. It's not awkward or anything like that. This does support Bluetooth. It does have an app available for it, very easy to connect. When you turn the unit on, press and hold, wait for it to load. By pressing and holding the DC portion, you will see the Bluetooth symbol turn on, and that's when you can connect the app to the unit, and you can control I'm sure I've already showed you the things that the app is capable of. It is UPS supported, which is uninterrupted power source. It is a 10 millisecond response, so it's not an EPC, not quite as fast, but Still good for, you know, not super sensitive electronics. It does have a 600 watt pure sine wave inverter that has surge protection up to 1200 watts, and that is going to be for these two AC ports, which does have the 3-prong capable ports. And keep in mind that this power station is made for multiple different countries, so depending on where you purchase it from, you may have to state, you know, you need the United States one. If you just purchase it, I'll have a link down below. That will be for the United States version. And nice little rubber ports over that as well as the DC port up here. The battery capacity is 299, so it is quite a bit smaller. It's about half the size of my next smallest power station. So as long as you're not running, you know, larger tools or anything on it like that, this is a great little unit, especially for the price. And it comes with the LiFePO4 battery, which is a phenomenal battery for power stations. Quick recharges, long lifespan, very safe batteries. This is stated to have up to 3,500 charges or recharges until it hits 80%. So LiFePO4 batteries have been the biggest thing and biggest improvement in batteries in quite a while. So a lot of people are using them for power stations. Now, if you don't like the beep, you can shut that off. You're gonna hold both the AC and DC port buttons for 3 seconds, and then you'll hear an audible beep, and then it'll be off. As you can see, it has 2 AC ports, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts, 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts each, and then the DC port, which is rated at 10 amps. Then you have a wireless charger up here on top, which is actually a 15-watt charger, so it does actually do a pretty impressive job of wirelessly charging. And then you have your light here, low, high, and SOS, and then off. It does have multiple protections or safety protections for it, just to name them. High and low temp protection. You have overcharge, over discharge, overload, short circuit, and overcurrent protection. Like I stated earlier, there are 3 charge modes: the eco or mute charge, the standard charge, and fast charge. The max solar charge, it will accept up to 220 watts of solar. As far as the display readout, you can see battery life, the remaining charge or time that the battery has, depending on what you have plugged into it, the input watts and output watts, and then up here at the top of the display, you will see other things such as different modes that you have it in, the Bluetooth symbol, things like that. So a nice, simple, easy to understand display. And then this unit does come with a 5-year warranty, which is really nice because a lot of the other power stations don't come with a warranty, or you're getting like a 1 to 2 year warranty. So to see a 5-year warranty on that is really nice. But here we are looking at the actual app. Once you have the unit turned on, you will press and hold the DC power button for 3 seconds. It will beep, and then the Bluetooth symbol will show up, and that's when you'll be able to connect using the app. Here you can see the input going in is 409 watts. It's charged to 66%. And then the output right now is 0 watts. You can turn on the AC or the pure sine wave inverter from here. And then the DC section as well, which are the USB ports and the DC port. Then you can switch between 50 hertz and 60 hertz. You can also turn on the LED light from this app. And then you can go in and you can see it says work mode. This is going to be how your device charges. It's set on fast mode, so this will allow it to charge in an hour. The standard mode is going to be around 2 hours, and I believe the mute mode is 3 hours. It's basically going to limit the wattage that's allowed to be put into the device to charge it. Then you have your eco mode and your eco mode shutdown times, which you can go from 1 to 4 and 6 hours. If there's less than 10 watts being used on said section of the device, it will automatically power down. That's it as far as the R600 app. Alright, so while I have everything out, I'm just going to kind of run some things on this item. These aren't necessarily what I would be running on them. I'm just kind of showing you some of the options that you could. When I'm going to be primarily using this for camping, so I'll be using the wireless charger as well as running my power cooler on it like you guys saw earlier, and then possibly like some of my hanging lights that I have while camping and things like that. Miscellaneous small items, nothing too large, but it will run larger items.
So once you have a few items plugged in, even though the unit is on, you still need to, if you're using the AC ports, hit the AC button here. If you're using anything as far as USBs or this DC port, then you need to hit that button. That will also activate this port up here. As you can see, it's charging. These are like, I'll be doing some camping videos, so I'll be bringing my camera and batteries and GoPro and all of that. So just miscellaneous small items, they can easily charge that. There you can see just on those 3 items we're at 87 watts output, so it can run these items for 2 hours, which is more than what I would need in order to charge them. Here we'll just plug in one of my work lights. That, I'm probably gonna blind myself. There you can see 0 watts output. It runs at 50 to 55 watts and it will run it for 4 hours. Then we'll see if it will run the air compressor. Run this down out of air. So there you can see the air compressor requires over 800 watts. And then there you can see the air 210, I believe it is. AC discharge overcurrent, remove the load and turn the AC manually again. So basically stating that it's not going to be able to run that unit. So like larger power tools, space heaters, it's not going to run a lot of those because a lot of space heaters and stuff like that are resistance based and use a lot of wattage or run at a higher wattage. So it's not going to be great for those, but there are still plenty of other items that you can run on this. All right, so I'm just going to quickly set up the solar panel. Obviously we're inside, so we're not going to get any charge off of it, but I'll show you just how simple it is and how nice this solar panel actually is. I really like how they have it set up. So on each side you got this Velcro. That's going to open it up. Then you have this little leg here that you kick out. There's also one on the other side. This is where your cords are going to be at. Kick your Velcro legs out. Aim it towards the sun. And then you just simply take this one, plug it into your solar port over here. And that's when you would start seeing your charge. But very nice little solar panel, bifolding Velcro with the kickstands on the back. I think it's really nice. I like that the cords are built into the pouch on the back as well. Just kind of a close-up look of the solar panel and everything, how it's set up. So very simple, really nice design.
So that's it for the Allpowers R600 power station and solar panel. So hopefully I was able to put the video in some sort of understandable order. But it is a very versatile little unit, and I love how light and compact it is. I love that the handle folds down into the body of it, so it's just a nice little cube. It's very stackable, very packable, and with it being so light, if you have to carry it a ways, it's not going to bother you that much at 12 pounds. The solar panel is a great addition. Now, can it run some things that my larger power stations can? No. But that's not what this is designed for. This is still great for many, many things. You can run carpet shampooers, vacuums, powered coolers, refrigerator, my computer, mini fridges, camera batteries, any sorts of battery charging, phone charging, tablets, anything like that, great for. Anything I use it for camping, fantastic for. There's nothing really that I use on my power stations that this thing couldn't handle. Now, I do test larger items on some of my power stations to see how they perform, but in reality, it's not very often where I'm running high wattage items on the power station. The only thing that you may want a larger power station for really is like a space heater, but space heaters use a lot of resistance, running higher wattage. So those are kind of out of the question for this power station. So I still think this is very versatile and very, very handy. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it for you guys. And that, I think the price of $180 to $210 when it's on sale is absolutely fantastic. You can get it for around $300 with the solar panel. So that's very, very affordable for a power station, and for its size, having the LiFePO battery and its features, it's a great power station, especially when comparing it to other brands in its power range or capacity range. So please let me know your guys' thoughts on this power station down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.